Salt happening next
week. I
just
wanted to say I'm very proud.
Thank you.
Of my wife. I can't believe she did it.
Thank you.
And yet I'm not surprised, but I am proud.
Thank you so much, Ryan. Thank you.
I'm very proud, Tomo.
Thank you. Okay, so Champion Salt starting next week, Tuesday. It will be a 4-week long event happening every Tuesday. Week 1. So that will be next week, November 26th, 4 p.m. PST will be the starting time. Before we start the PowerPoint, let me explain you how it will be streamed, because I think that would be one of the most asked question. So there will be 3 groups. Group A will be Team NL. So Ryan will be squad streaming with his teammates. We don't know who the teammates yet, because we'll be playing, the team leaders will be playing a game to be able to pick their teammates. So it's gonna be Group A, Team Northern. Group B, it's gonna be Team Danji. Then I'm Group C. I'll be streaming as well, and I will be like the announcer, I'll be like the commentator, and I will be basically the organizer for the jury. So as I explain this more, you understand better. But as the player gets eliminated, that doesn't mean that they are not gonna be on the show anymore. No, they will be here. They will always be on the tournament, but not as a player, but as a jury. So for example, let's say Rob got eliminated from week 1. That doesn't mean that you will never see Rob on the Champions of Salt season 1. He would actually join on my stream, and we'll both commentary. We can kind of like talk about what's happening. Maybe Rob will be like, oh, this is what they did that to me, don't get fooled, all that kind of stuff. And as the week goes on, it will get juicier. So keep that in mind, and let's press on. Week 1, November 26th. So the team captains will play a game, kind of like approximately about an hour, to determine who gets the priority to pick a player to join their team. So I'm not going to say which game yet, but let's say they played, for example, Tetris. And then let's say Ryan won, and he gets a priority to pick to have the first pick, and the rooster of the players is Bear Taffy, Rob, Austin, Mouth, and from that maybe Ryan will think like, Mouth will be great. Maybe he will pick Mouth. We'll see. Rest of the players will be in jury room with Kate and will provide commentary on the gameplay. So it's not that you will only see Ryan and Dan versing each other. Rest of the players will be in my group, so Group C, to kind of like watch. Maybe they can be like, oh no, Ryan's winning, or like, oh yes, Ryan's winning. We can commentary on that. So we don't know who Team NL members, who Team Danji members are going to be. So now, after we have selected the team, the team members, we'll then play head of household game. So we'll play a game for 2 hours to determine which team leader gets to be the head of the house. And the losing team players, except the team captains, will go on the block. And there are examples coming, so don't worry if that doesn't make any sense. So everyone votes except the head of household. So here's the example. So let's say Dan Giesling's team, there's Bear, there's Mouth. For Ryan's team, there's Austin, and there's Rob. And so if, let's say, Dan Giesling won, then automatically Austin and Robert will be put on the block. So now everyone votes except the head of a house, which is Dan Giesling here. So everyone will vote. They'll come, like, how do they vote, you might ask? Well, they will join my stream and they will say, I vote, Austin out, or I vote Rob out. And I'll say, thank you. Please go back to your team. And they will leave. And then another person will join. So we'll do it one by one. And if you watch from my perspective, then you will see how the vote will go down. And then at the end, I will announce who will get eliminated. So Austin, Robert, people will vote, and then maybe it will be Austin. It's just an example. All right. And then when the player gets eliminated, a quick interview with the player. Maybe they will be like, I'm sad that I couldn't do good. Maybe they will be like, next time I will do that. Or now that I'm part of the jury, I will never pick, this person to win. Maybe, we'll see. Maybe it'll be salty. Maybe it'll be not. I don't know. Let's go on. So week 2, that'll be December 3rd. Tuesday, same time, same starting time, 4 p.m. PST. So we will start with head of house game. So play a game to determine which team leader gets to be the head of house. Head of house picks 2 players to be on the block. If the losing team only has 1 player and 1 captain, the winning team players have to play a game. Player who lost the game will be joining the block. Everyone votes. If the vote is tied, then head of house votes as well. You might be confused of how this is. Let me explain with a cute image. So, example A. Let's say in this situation, let's say Team NL won. Then Ryan will pick Bear and Ryan will pick Mouth. It's a very easy, just like how it was last week. And we'll vote. Would it be Mouth or would it be Bear who gets eliminated? Maybe it will be Bear. We don't know. Now, there's another possibility of how this will go down on week 2. Example B. Let's say Team Dan Giesling won here. In this case, automatically Rob will be put on the block. But we do not have the second player to be on the block, so Bear and Mouth has to do a quick 1-hour game to determine who will be who will be put on the block. And the loser of this game will be put on the block automatically. So Robert and maybe Bear lost the game. And then maybe Robert will get eliminated. And then again, we'll do a quick interview with the player who got eliminated. So then, okay, week 3, December 10th. Start with head of house game. For 2 hours, determine which team leader gets to be the head of house. Team leader picks 2 people to be put on the block. If the losing team only has the team leader, it goes into another game. The winning team has to play 1v1v1, and the loser from this game also gets to be on the block. And it'll be about 1 hour long. And everyone except the head of house votes. So, example A. Let's say Team Dan G won. Then he picks Ryan. And he picks Austin, which is pretty simple. And then people vote, and maybe Austin will be out. Now, in the example B, let's say for Team NL, there's only 1 person left, which is himself. Then, automatically, he will be put on the block. And now they have to do 1v1v1 versus. And the loser from this game will also be put on the block. So, maybe Bear lost the 1v1v1 game, and then Ryan, and then people will vote, and maybe Bear will get eliminated. We'll see. So the quick interview with the player who get eliminated, and then week 4 it becomes free for all. So the Team NL, Team Danji, no more. It's everyone. It's just free for all starting December 17th. Play a game to determine the first finalist. First finalist picks a player who they would like to go to the final with. The jury picks the final winner. Audience votes for their favorite player. So, maybe the last standing would be Ryan, Mouth, and Dan G. And let's say Ryan won. And then he gets to pick a person who he will like to go to the finals with. Maybe he picks Dan. So, the result is Ryan and Dan will be at the final. Then the jury will vote. Maybe the jury will vote Ryan should win. Then he is the champion of the salt winner. So he will win the title of the champions of the salt. Then we'll also do audience's favorite. Maybe it doesn't have to be the final 3 throughout the whole week. We can be like, hey, actually, even though my boy got eliminated super early in this tournament, I really liked how Robert played. He was friendly, he was awesome. So maybe the audience vote will go to, Austin. Whoops. And that would be how Champions Salt would be carrying out. So that's the rule. That's it. Any questions? I'll answer. I'll try to answer it now, even though cats are fighting right now. So I don't know. Ruka, be a nice boy, please. Any questions? Excellent presentation. Thank you very much. I just want to make it as simple as possible so that Dan G can understand. Because usually when people explain things, he goes, please explain it with the first grade vernacular or something like that. So hopefully the PowerPoint will help him out. The games, did you figure it out which ones to play? So, yes and no. So there, as you can see, there were 2 different situations that perhaps we might need an extra game or not. So main games, the head of house games, they're all taken. I know which games to play and all that. But the optional, the 1-hour games that people have to do just to figure out the second person who will be on the block, I'm still kind of working on that one. That's why I'm taking suggestions from my subscribers all over at my subscriber-only Discord. During the finals, after the winner picks who he wants to go against, do they play another game or it's just jury's decision? Good question. They do not play another game. It depends on the jury's decision. It might be as simple as finger snap of like, oh, yep, it's gonna be Ryan, or oh, yep, it's gonna be Dan, or it's gonna be like this person, or maybe it will be like heated debate. Like maybe people will have like maybe tied votes, and we need one person to break the vote, and then people have to persuade like, oh, come on, we cannot let this guy win, come on. It might be long, it might be short, we don't know yet, but there will be another game after that point. Do the players know the games? Players do not know the games. They have clues of what games it will be, but I have not announced them to them, like to them yet, because I wanted to make sure the format is clear and they know what exactly we're looking for, so that they're not spending hours of practicing games that are, it's like, oh, I thought it was a score attack, but now you're telling me it was speed run. Oh, now I have to change the whole, like, different ways of playing this game, you know. So I want to make sure, like, you know, we are looking for this, it's gotta be clear, and it's gotta be this game. So in order to finalize that, it might take a bit more time, but that's, you know, I think that will be okay. I think it'll be okay. Did you find sponsor? Yes. As you can see, we found the main sponsor, Good Shepherd. Without them, we would have never been able to shine the Champions of Salt out to the public. So thank you. Will players have a veto in the game selection? I was thinking about that, but I think that would make the stream too long. And because we already have 6 people, and, you know, 7 if you include me. And I think it's gonna be way too long if we add more flares. We wanna, because this is season 1, this is first time I've ever done anything like this. So I want to make it as simple as possible. So no veto system. I was thinking about it though. Is there a prize? There is. But it's not like super duper crazy awesome prize. I guess the number 1 prize is the title. They are the champion of the Champions Assault season 1. So I think that would be the biggest prize and bragging rights.